Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today guys, I thought I'd do a quick TA for you on 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗏 MTV to see what's been going on most recently and what I think might actually happen next. As we get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe? Really appreciate that. And if you're looking for a bit more, why not join us down in Discord? We'd love to have you. A fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. So let's actually get into this. As you can see, we have painted on here the 5 impulsive moves. So we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and 5. And this is something that is pretty much following the rest of the crypto space. But obviously with 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗏 being a low market cap, micro cap coin effectively, there are a few things that we should also kind of consider here when it comes to Elliott wave. Obviously, it's going to be less accurate with less liquidity. So if we are talking about micro cap coins and Elliott wave, we have to take it a little bit with a pinch of salt because the volatility with these coins can be quite dramatic and really pushes out those wave counts a little bit. But we can see that it did follow the rest of the market here with these 5 waves. And we can obviously take a look at what is going on here now with 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗏 and what I think is likely to happen next, right? So as we just drill into this, we can see the volumes spiked up here. We also pulled back quite significantly and pushed back up here. So when we actually try to do these wave counts inside here, they don't make a lot too much sense, and specifically on this hourly chart. But as we get into the larger time frames, it becomes a little bit clearer. So what do we have here? Well, we have an ABC, and we can see this from the top to the bottom to the B wave high here and a C wave. Now, what's interesting here is this C wave, I think, is still underway, and we haven't actually seen too much of it just yet. And the reason for this is it would be incredibly shallow at that point. So if we actually grab this movement here for 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗏 and we were to transpose this down, let me just make sure I get that right on the wick high there. Every wick matters, so we'll pop that there. And obviously, as we take a look, this C wave should take us down to about 9.45, so 0.009457. So that's kind of where we're looking now. This actually could be an ABC in itself, in the same way that you actually saw an ABC here in this wave. And we haven't actually had a definitive kind of really good wave count inside the B wave, but again, we have got volatility here on some micro cap coins. So we actually could be looking at this as an A, a B, and a potential C to come down lower. Obviously, that seems a way overextended. So, that 786 might be a stopping point for this actual correction. Now, that stochastic RSI is actually, pretty decent level. It's got plenty of room to grow, but the rest of the crypto market isn't looking so hot on this hourly chart. So if Bitcoin decides to have a major pullback, I could see 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗏 also pulling right back down into this lower range as well. And there would be too much to kind of stop it. Money kind of bleeds out of the micro cap coins a little bit quicker than it does out of some of the other cryptocurrencies, such as the Bitcoins and Cardano's or Solana or something like that, right? It takes a lot of money to kind of flow out of there to move the needle. But when it comes to something like this, it wouldn't take a lot of money to come out to really dramatically drop that price. So this would be a little bit cautious with that. But in terms of some other things that we want to be kind of really focusing in on, we do have some resistance right up here. This is where we are currently fighting right now. This is an area that we were fighting previously, and also an area that we came up to as well. So as we really push against that resistance and fail, this is where we can't see this pullback really occurring. So just be a little bit cautious on that one. If you don't get that past that resistance, then obviously we're going to be pulling back, and we can prepare ourselves for what is to happen next. And then we talk about what about support levels? Well, there is an interesting area right in here, and let me just mark it up right there. This candle just over here, and of course that wick over here. So that effectively comes in at 0.0100039, so effectively just 1 cent, and basically is the 702. Okay, so as we start to think about retracements and we start to think about how low 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗏 might go in the next kind of 24 hours or so, we want to be really focusing in on that area. This ABC move, this C wave itself, actually looks like it's going to land at about 9.9, so right there or thereabouts. It can obviously fall a little bit shorter of that, and that would actually be on top of that support line, meaning that we won't actually come down to that 94570 in this particular instance, unless of course this goes and the floor kind of gets pulled from beneath it, of course. Anything is possible here. Obviously, with that stochastic RSI where it is, if we actually do push past this this area, then in fact, we actually complete the C wave here, and we're actually looking at an ABC slightly higher. But do expect us to come against other resistance that we have also seen previously, and I'll highlight this one up here. This is where the B wave high is, but also where we were previously, also fighting resistance, but where was also support and resistance in the past. So again, you could also create this ABC move to the upside, find the resistance at about 1.12 cent, and then obviously still pull back down into this lower range. I do think that we're in a corrective phase within the market after such a very significant push to the upside. Okay, we need to see a nice healthy correction. I do think that is what is going to happen here, and therefore we should be prepared for that. There might be some opportunities to kind of swing our way up a little bit, but ultimately we should be looking at some of these lower ranges for accumulation if we want to then start to actually take those new kind of positions up into some new high areas. So for multivac here, do expect us to kind of pull that down. That's kind of what my mind is at. That's kind of what the data is suggesting to me. The volumes have completely dropped back now, so no one's really actively buying at this point. There might be a few retail investors here and there or whatever, but it does look like we are looking for a correction, and I do expect Bitcoin and many of the other top kind of 20, 30, 100 coins are likely to pull back quite significantly, and I do think that's going to lead into a multivac pullback of significance as well. So do watch out for that one. But I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you are going to be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, with all that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.